I can't choose! Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turned to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Yeah! Everyone's fighting! It was making Yuri uncomfortable. How could you two keep fighting when you know you're making our friend feel like this? Cherry! Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. I think I made it worse. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? I'm having fun. This is exactly why no one likes— Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friend. This is the dramatic Hollywood thing we needed. Hollywood intervention. I just want to make everyone get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Period! Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. Never mind, this was a good idea. This was a good choice, because now both of them are equally good. See? Sayori, thank you. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same they've always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. She ran fucking fast. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori's vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people, and I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As a president, that's kind of embarrassing. No, it's okay. I still love you, Monica. Nah. It's not that I can blame it. I wasn't able to say anything either. That's true. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. You got it. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really doesn't make a good president regardless of what she— really does make a good president, no matter what she says. If only I could get a chance to talk to her a little bit more. I know! Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How'd you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, but mostly. Cherry, how about you? I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So the poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? No, I remember nothing. Oh no. With any luck, that means I can do at least better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with ever-found determination. Cherry! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. We love Sayori. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Doesn't that thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? Of course not. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. Yeah, you saved the day. Our character would not have been able to do that. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew! You know, Cherry, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... I can't! I'm sorry! Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Yuri hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop here? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Yuri. I pat Yuri on the shoulders. I said that's more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as a... We don't use Sayori. Choose your words better. As an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. We love that. Yes! Ambient. Let's go! Speedrunner! I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the classroom as usual, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Cherry! Yo, Sayori! Looks like you're in a good mood today. I can't! Oh my god! I'm just not used to being in the club after all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Nothing. No! That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look in your purse, Yuri? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles at the latch and gets it open, and then turns it upside down, and the contents spill out on the desk. Only 2 small coins fell out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Just buy her a damn snack. So either you're not hungry or you wanted to make an excuse to take a walk. Or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money and so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves only one option. What? How do I say it? It sounded like Toad. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Thanks, Yuri. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Cherry to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved with that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you could responsibly afford. True. And frankly, after putting a mischievous little stunt like you, like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I can't do the laughing part, seriously. I really like that you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept retribution. That's it. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if there weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Wow! Ow. Who slapped her? A cookie. Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Who threw a cookie at her? Never mind, that's some shit I would do too. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give it to you, but I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Oh, we love her. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands around her mouth. I bit my tongue! You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. Oh. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Aw, jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. A mouthful. Oh, there she goes. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki gets to the lab. Monica is in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have you heard anything of her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. That rhymes. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I won't be surprised. She probably is more desirable than all of us combined. That's not... Don't tuck down yourself! Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chooses the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was at study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You wouldn't have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Or don't, really. It's just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. Me too. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds so cool! I'd also look forward to it. If that's so, in that case, I wouldn't let you down, Cherry. Monica smiles sweetly. I like Monica. She's sweet. I don't mean any pressure or anything. Don't worry. I've been practicing a lot recently, and I would love a chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss out on anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave Sayori's mischief escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is in the back with her book, and Natsuki disappeared in the closet. I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one that we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, I was kind of waiting for you. If that's the case, why did we go ahead and get started? Oh yes, let's. Wow. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk, then we'll go and get some water. She walks past me and settles the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves is really contrasts to her speaking mannerisms, especially because her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go in? Yes. Where are you two off to? Yuri's gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling up the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. The kind of one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Ooh. Or do you want me to tell you there's something wrong with helping involve... Do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve charity club activities? Eh? I don't know how to say that properly either. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with it. Let's go, Cherry. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think that you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Oh god. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We all have emotions that we can't always hide away from them. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I couldn't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head up. Cherry, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Cute. Cherry, do you like oolong tea? I think it's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. Shouldn't do any less for making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming to herself a little. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? Was I letting it show? And you noticed I was doing a bit of thinking. I decided that I would like to express myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Yeah. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Cherry. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Cherry, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little easier for my back. I can read on my back against the wall rather than bending over on my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, and I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's mostly because of your posture, right? Always hunched over while reading. Yes. I have terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. A bag of small chocolate candies I keep hidden from Yuri's candy radar. I take it since it goes well with tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall and teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position at the same time, each holding half the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer. Cool. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri's always kind of cute, but she's being less apprehensive, almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand, not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it harder to focus, because now I need to make sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Okay. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears an intense reading expression, as I can presume the world around her has faded. I use, after all, my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book and finished opening the wrapper. That's what he said. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. You're sure? Well, if I touch it, I might get smudge on the page. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have a harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already focused on reading again. I have chocolate candy. I take the chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation is completely natural. But it seems I can't stop there. I apprehensively... Aww. And just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Your expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me to confirm what just happened. Cherry, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Why? Well, you were just helping. Something friends do, right? I mean, not really the kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was, yeah. Yeah, and you don't need me to stop or anything? I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can't tell if by expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. Like if this is a little intense, bud. Okay, everyone! Thanks, Monica. It was getting a little too heated for me. Ah! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems! Cherry, can you help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor, and I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that's something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Cherry, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visually swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think that before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid. Because someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Not true. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night when I was slicing bread for a quick, guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That I wish I believed the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of the bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed all well will come back for more. The anticipating... I don't know what that says. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. A classic Provanan conditioning. I slice the bread, but I feed it to myself. I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem's about. It's a bit closer to preferred writing style. It's using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and convey emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way I feel for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's the sort of things I usually force myself to keep to myself. So, sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Do you have anything like that, Cherry? Yes. I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other for our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would have probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. And you're good at a lot of things. Writing and listening. There's really aren't many people like you, Cherry. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to think to that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Hello again, Cherry. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. Maybe, soon you'll be able to come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. I feel like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, how have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She talked about a raccoon, Monica. Do you know that? Are you saying raccoons are romantic? Are you into bestiality? Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers. Hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much of herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. No. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyways. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. Just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Well, I know. I was just saying... But anyway, you want to read my poem? I like the way that this one turned out, and I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless... Oh no. Cacophony? A meaningless noise? I don't know if that was right. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating, waveform, speaking. Oh, wait, squealing. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Ugh. playing a vinyl on the pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load what? It's even more abstract than your last one. I guess that's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I'd never said that. It's just kind of the thing I'd never really seen before, I guess. It's the kind of... Choosing where to and how to space out your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really sort of makes it feel like they're trying to speak other... Oh my god, I can't read! Like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in the way not every poem is about something. True. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to... Never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I talking about? That's my advice for the day. Okay, Monica! Okay. And then go see Yuri. Natsuki last, always. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Cherry! I love it, especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes. But really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori, you must be serious. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Sorry. I honestly have no choice what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than that. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it? Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So, when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's Yuri poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Oh, Sayori, you're so precious. I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. And if it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving me some though. You want me to write you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to start thinking about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Sometimes I like sad poems, too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see what you're liking. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Oh. And make a nice happy rainbow. She's so wholesome. I love her. I love them all. Except Natsuki. She's just okay. Sayori is an unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Cherry. Should I go write that down then? Can you read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe. And in the bottle, on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle, a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow off the dust of my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time is, My empty shelf could use some more. My friends looked through my locked front door. Finally, all alone, I open up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelves one after another, handing them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile before my feet. Happy thoughts, all in shards over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I can hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap! Sarah, did you write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, it was really sad. Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've really touched into my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe, I'm just so used to being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing is the best! I'm gonna keep writing till I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Siri's always had a habit about getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like it like this at all. I'm trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're focusing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuki's level. Now Tuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? I keep saying Yuki, I'm sorry. What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, you. Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, even though though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed over back to me. Take your stupid poem. If you write it for someone, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting younger girl stuff into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. I don't even get to read her poem? Okay. Well, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Yes. I have something extra planned for the day. If everyone could sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we ever have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in the few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well in last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Yuri has been working on the posters, and I've been designing some pamphlets so we can get... I need to slow down. I need to breathe. Designing some pamphlets so we could give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But... Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a little poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let everyone come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare time ahead. Sayori, who has been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up the posters, did you? I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't set up for this, you know? There's no way I'm gonna be performing in front of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri is shaking her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri had never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite the poems out loud to the whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. And there's more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature's all about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find something, to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me with no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. True. But I also think they have a... No, I'm with Monica on this. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. And the least we can do is help them out a little. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get over it. Alright! Phew! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's acceptant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Yay, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. And this club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! This is so sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no! Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips her notebook to a specific poem that she has in mind for herself. Then she stands up behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to imply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she has done before, or is it simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thanks. Thank you very much. I was hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next! Damn, okay! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of the Crimson Eye. And Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting so much effort? Oh, it's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering word transforms into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be the rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even with herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we don't want to applaud for her, but we were all so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Siri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Aha. Sorry, I giggled. Siri, it's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do this so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine that you're reciting it to yourself in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Siri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem is aimlessly cheery like Siri is. It's serene and bittersweet, as if I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Siri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Siri meant when she said that she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Siri finishes and we applaud. Yay. I did it! Yes, you did. Good job, Sayori. Even Cherry liked it. I guess it's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out so nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well within that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that were sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more focus behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that sort of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay, now who's next? Natsuki? I'll maybe go before Cherry. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Cherry lower everyone's standards a little before I do it. And that's okay. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. but it's not like I have much of a selection to what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me. It makes me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it too much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki, begrudgingly, gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... That being said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. It might be hard, and I hope that you all have an idea of what's going on. Hey! Yeah. I love you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for getting it for me. My mom was pointing out how cute this shirt... Oh. How cute this shirt is. She bought me a cherry shirt. And so I decided my stream for my break I should wear it. So. It might be hard, but I hope... Yeah. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find another poem to recite instead. That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting it all effort for the club. It makes me feel happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. Knowing the festival is coming up, let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue with that. As for the festival, we'll be finishing planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do the best to get through it. If it's just for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Yeah, we love Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, you guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Cherry, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go anyway. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Sayori, you really think that I would ditch you for Yuri? It's true. I wouldn't in this case because I know her longer. But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in club every day. Besides, you really seem to like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Chair. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted, so. Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird thing for Sayori to care so much about it. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. That's true. And then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? True. Do I get to write a poem? Yes! Speed run! Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. You're practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Rio. I'm super happy that you're all willing to help me out for the festival too. Can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part in the festival. It's always a whole day at the school where they play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Sounds a bit like Yuri all of a sudden. Monica, do you usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying that you don't like squid? You of all people. I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Monica. Huh? That's not how you say my name. But jokes aside, wait, I didn't get the joke. Excuse me. Where is Yuri anyway? Oh, there you are. Yuri is sitting at the desk in the corner of the room looking at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Yuri. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Ah. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to anyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, don't worry about me too much. I'm fine, see? Yuri shows me a big smile. Don't let it distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. A worried glance at Yuri before turning back towards everyone else. Go talk to her again. Just because she smiled doesn't mean she's okay. But the conversation has already dispersed and everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe we should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Yuri recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. Timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through papers at her desk. Yuri, what's up? Hey, this might sound strange, but have you noticed anything up with Yuri recently? Anything up with her? And what do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into this, but she seems downcast today. You think so? I can't say I've noticed or anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Yuri, who is maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm not surprised. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Cherry. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she never really liked that, like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know that's not your problem. But I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members. You know. Maybe I'll try and talk to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she's just having a hard time bringing up the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing is on her mind is you, Cherry. Me? How on earth could you come to that conclusion? Well, probably shouldn't say too much, but Yuri talks about you more than anything else, you know? Ooh! Cute. We love her. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's an extra light that has turned on inside of her. What? No way. Yuri is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Cherry. Have you ever thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful because that's how she is around you? True. I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I mean, I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiled meaningfully. I know she said forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my mouth. I'm on ahead. Wow. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Yuri is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. She's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear them from here. I sigh and sit myself down. Knowing Sayori told me not to worry about her, I have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much I do care about her, I'm letting it weigh on... Exactly how much do I care about her? That I'm letting it this weigh me down so much. Now I feel like I'm the only one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Monica! Wow, I'm out of breath. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. She looks away just as quickly as with a flustered look on her face. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or to start a conversation on her own accord, so I had no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do. I stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts. How were you even able to tell this what I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. Read minds? So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Oh. It's not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you're right. I suppose if I cause you any concern, don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concern of those I'm willing to share. I did not read that right. Of course, there are certainly those who find a certain comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. If it's really too big of a deal, not too big of a deal. I was feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Wow, my voice cracked! That doesn't happen to me in a very long time. Sayori, she seems a bit off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder it's something that happened to her. Oh? That's quite romantic. What? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Sure, buddy. Sure. I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to dismiss you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Cherry. The world is full of meaning often hidden deep beneath plain sight. There are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? Mm-hmm. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms are on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I notice her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some certain concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying her thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Yes. You don't mind, and you don't need to put it, but you don't need to put it in that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Sure. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she's searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings that weren't aware in you. That is, to think of that, she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. That's true. I'm a pretty simple guy. Kind of an asshole sometimes, too. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Ah, that's not a compliment, is it? Is that what it is? Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone! After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I'll do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. I'm going to talk to Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. What? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, and it's just like I was hoping. Girl, cheer up! Fucking in-game Cherry, give her a hug or something. That makes me feel really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Cherry. Is there something wrong? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm going to go home for a little bit early today. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I could say anything else, Yuri truthfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Poor girl. Hi, Cherry. Have you thought about what to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Ah, sorry. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. Thank you. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get from reading your poem. You sure you're not reading too much into it? Oh, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But any case, Yuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I could tell that she likes exploring with emotions and happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit, either. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that has ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, the victim of the current of the winds. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all the others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star gleaming in the sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and I fall even more. Gentle as a feather, dry as the quill, a dry quill, expressionless. But the hand catches me between a thumb and forefinger. A hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, but all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and We seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with the breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up against the wind. That's probably my favorite one so far. I like that one. You know, I feel like looking at answers is sort of things. I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so I guess that's what I read about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. And anyway, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't have anything to write about, would we? Humans are two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, the hat. Anyway, Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your own writing because you're afraid it's not good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something that you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing, because it's a lot easier. Because instead of telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it, the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Monica. Decided on something different today. I guess so. Is that good or bad? Well, either. I have my preferences. But it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad or based on that. As always, I believe that the most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri. It's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I'm always overthink to come to those sort of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. What? What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Beach. A marvel millions of years is in the making. Where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface. Under the clear blue sky, an exposed bliss. I have a hard time reading your handwriting. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish in the sand, and salty air is therapeutic. The breeze getting gentle gets powerful. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes in the ultimate boundary line, and tempted by the foaming tendrils, turn back and abandon my peace to implode at the shore, drift forward and return to the earth forevermore. I like that one too. I'm aware that the beach is kind of inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach on it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. But you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, it was amusing what we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our own writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her it's not no surprise that she would want to do something like that. She probably wants to show off. It's not like I have any particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not as so bad to write about something so simple on a simple occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next. Okay. Rude. Okay, 3. We're all done sharing poems, right? Well, why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common. Is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to B. Natsuki shows some decency. Oh, come on. Shachi wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Me too. Seriously. All the times to not go home with her, you pick up the times... Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being lovey-dovey. Oh no. First of all, I'll stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone is doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing! That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. Yay, more cupcakes! Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! As for myself, I'm going to print and assemble all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me with designing them. As for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, it's not that at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? No, Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez. Even I could tell now. I guess, I never gave Sayori enough credit. But I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? Maybe you should make some banners and decorations to help set up the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at the desk and focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You're a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that leaves just you, Cherry. The one who's truly useless. Don't say that! In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have pretty heavy tasks to handle. Would it be a problem to go a long way to give one of them a hand? You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. That's... If Monika's suggesting I spend the weekend with one of the club members, how on earth are we going to respond to that suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if I don't have a lot to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give you. It's not like Monika going to give you a choice. You shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle baking on your own. Cherry may not like to be around. Oh, if you only make him out to be a nuisance. Oh god, this... So therefore, he may be more suited in assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that! How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds like you're more just asking excuses for Cherry too. What are you saying? It'll be extremely work, and baking isn't. Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Cherry to decide what he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't already gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? I'm sure he's interested. You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Cherry, you okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. I think we're gonna be around Sayori. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Did you really hit us that much? No! Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Oh god, Monika. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monika. Yeah, you picked me! Hold on a second! Yeah! Monika, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. Yeah, but I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable than anyone, for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Cherry is the one who... that doesn't matter. We're the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones who have with ulterior motives. Excuse me! Otherwise, this wouldn't have been such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. Yeah! We have a lot of work to do, you know. We wouldn't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monika! If we want our event to succeed, we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So you're going to do the right thing, President. Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Terry to help one of you. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Well, I'll probably be most helpful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. Ugh. So it'd be helping Yuri then, Cherry? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things, so I think your assistance would be very useful. It's glad to hear. Natsuki will be able to handle baking yourself. I mean, yeah. I already said it would be fine. Okay. Everyone could tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So that's everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. You guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little. Do you feel the same way? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it turned out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. Well, I just got really lightheaded. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Cherry picked me. I don't like Natsuki. Period. That's why. And your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. I'm really glad they really go with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell she tried to say something that Sayori would say at the time like this. I can't speak. Because Sayori always helps with everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry we're making a big deal out of nothing. I'm gonna say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Good for you, Queen. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packing up their things. I started to follow Monika and Natsuki at the door, as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry, I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. You're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then, Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. It's just I thought that I'd be the one going to your house since I'm helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it doesn't matter either way, so I'll just need to make sure that my room is clean. If I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm sure I'm not as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Cherry. I think they'll make a more productive team, even if you only choose me because you feel bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any reason why you may have chosen me. My god, don't think too much into it, girl! You're forgetting the one reason is with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extreme tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You want me to point out why we're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. And that's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if I took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I'm pretty used to seeing her handle herself at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me that she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel so nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monika said, it's about the club. I have nothing to worry about. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. But no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when just the two of us. Meanwhile, We've been texting occasionally. She's extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I already learned more about her. Putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Yuri since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we would have done in the past. Once I reached Sayori's house, I knocked before I entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that I would have made a habit of simply entering each other's house like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Cherry! I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. Girl, are you okay? There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it always been. But I recognize the same stuffed animals and the wall decorations that she's had for years. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I ended up cleaning for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Thank you for the 4 viewers. Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Yuri had already left by the time I decided last meeting. Monica told me. It's always natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Are you going to help Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just, me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Yuri stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. Dude, just hug her. I finally get the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something is wrong, you can't hide it from me. Hell fucking yeah. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Cherry. Why can't it just be like it has always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't be so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so Girl, you're so hard on yourself! I think that's why the world decided you have to come over today. No! I came here to check on you! What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no explanation for you to act like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Cherry. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You were just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Cherry? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I have a really bad... Oh. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't find a reason to get out of bed. There's a what reason is there to do anything if I fully don't know? When I fully know how worthless I... Oh. Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend time on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without everyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. Dude, give her a hug! She needs one! Oh, poor girl. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me just to not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why isn't that you never told me this before? I almost feel like I've betrayed you as a close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything to support you. Everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I can do. I would have tried a bit harder every day and make it a little better for you. And that's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Cherry. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have wasted effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and getting closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants me to torture me. Girl! Every path leads to nothing but hurt. So you're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. True. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. That's what I'll do. Stop, Cherry. Oh, no, Cherry. There's nothing at all. The only thing... I feel so bad. I'm out of tea. Shit. The only thing that I could do... The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was so selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Oh. I made you join the Literature Club because I was selfish. No. I was punished by my heart. I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you come here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. No! Give her a hug, you dickhead! Oh my god, she needs it! Because I deserve every last— No! Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time, I put— Thank you! You could have done this earlier? I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile. If I make friends with everyone else, then it's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remained at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. You are. She needed a hug. But all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. And I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand my feelings, Cherry. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But Your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary, too. Girl. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think it would be nice then. Yeah. Siri wipes her eyes. I almost said ass. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Thank you for 5 viewers. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I wouldn't really... Then I wouldn't really forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, you want to come along and help out? It would be so much fun. To my surprise, Yuri shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good of me today. Don't worry about it too much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Girl, the festival's gonna be so much fun. Don't even worry about it. You know what's wrong! You're trying to do it... Fucking never mind. I'm not gonna ignore you. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. True. I think she needs a little space too. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I approach my house and I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah! Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting, for a long time? But I started to really get nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on the way home. I suppose it's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should have been common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. Did you manage to find everything I asked to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. That's me. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which made me feel anxious. It's so clean! I cleaned it before you came over, so... It's very considerate of you to do. No, I would have been easily embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have been happy to help you clean. No, that would have been weird. That would be even more embarrassing, yeah, see? Wait, don't look in there. I snatch Yuri's wrist, which in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Ah! Sorry! I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she keeps track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you could help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enchantments. Atmospheric enhancements, not enchantments. I've been playing too much Minecraft. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I wanted to help our guests to a faraway place. Oh, take our okay, yeah. Although many will stop by out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. And easy to forget. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? It makes me feel relieved. I'm kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, and so I have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows with black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think it would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? This is a diffuser for essential oils. Oh god, she's one of these bitches. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood in the air itself. You can even feel it. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch at the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Wow, it smells wonderful. What kind of mood is it on for? This is Jasmine Essential Oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? It's a good way to describe it. I chose Jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think this would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you should know, but you seem to know a lot about things, so I trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are these for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper to fold origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah! What will we use these for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon and hang them on the doorway of the classroom. And then fashion the paper onto the ribbons that create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea that you're so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I get more intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's just excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Yuri. You can write any words you want. I'll help you once you finish cutting the ribbon. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each page, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched in it. The blade itself is gently blue tinted. That's no ordinary pocket knife. That looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? I like the heart emoji. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. That's fine. We all like knives. Well, I do, at least. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you're getting about sharing. Well, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah. It's kind of interest. Besides, it's really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Yes. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in the back of my hand. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where'd you even get a knife like this? Curious if it's sharp, I point the knife in my index finger. Ow! Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. It cuts through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles on the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're so squeamish, I'll go wash it now. Without warning, Yuri... I didn't want to read it. It made me uncomfortable. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress from the paper. Dude, that was a weird interaction, you know it. We finish attaching the paper to the ribbons and we lay them out side by side. It's better than I expected, and we'll be very What if he got blood on the paper? Looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? Create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items you asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor painting tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be back in a minute. Thank you very much. I want just a little bit of water, okay? If you fill out the cup too much, it'll be too diluted. So much reading! Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use the small plastic bathroom cups and rather than a full-size glasses. I put them on a plate and catch any paint that drips, and then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve and pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let me mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets and dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. Would you like to paint a gradient across the banner? Starting with the colors for sunrise, the daytime, then the sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, we'll write an inspiration quote across the banner. Then we can hang it in the wall of the classroom behind the podium in front of the classroom. Neat. What are you going to write? Well, it would be more of a fun surprise to you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get each other's way. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots in different colors across the banner and serves as a color guide as we paint. It kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we did back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if it feels too childish. No, that's not what I meant by that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment and thinks to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't want to. I just like when I can spend time with other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter what we talk about much. I didn't really read that right. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit easier. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. That's so. Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games. We're simply sharing an experience with someone that can make me happy. Thank you for 6 viewers! I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew that you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner and to grab a unused paintbrush, but I moved at the same time, causing my head to bump with hers. Sorry! Yuri kneels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. There's droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, that's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rushed out and fetched a small towel, then dampened it with hot water. I returned to my room and kneeled back down in front of her. Here, I pat down Yuri's face and neck. This is getting a little too saucy for me. Is there something wrong? That's hot, I didn't expect it. There is no paint on her face! Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand, but Yuri's, Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me over today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine if we didn't have as much time as we needed. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over and we can hang out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so. You're very thoughtful, Sherry. Thank you. Yuri takes a step closer to me and briefly squeezes my hand. Close! But I don't even get a chance to. Oh, God. Hi, Sherry. Sorry. Just now we weren't. It's okay, Cherry. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. That was a close call. That was a close call, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be able to the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Siri beams. Yeah. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Damn. Bitch ran. Siri waves like goodbye after her. Sorry, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being mean to me. So I had to come over here and see for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you two were having. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. They made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start falling down Yuri's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Cherry? I'm supposed to be happy for you. You're not, and that's okay. It hurts so much. No. No. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on. No, girl, I love you the most. You wouldn't have to put up with me being so selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you is like... caring about you like this isn't a burden in my mind is making... Well, caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. Oh, see, that's a good response. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Siri looks away. I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. That's not true, girl. I like you so much that I want— oh my god. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Yuri. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slid my hand between— aww. Do you remember what I said? I always know what's best for you. No. Do you still believe me? Wordless, Siri, no, not, Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. That's not really true, but okay. You're trying your best, that's fine. And that's what I'm going to give you. Those are my true feelings. There's no way, so there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day has helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day. Then I know we'll be happy. Aww. Is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let me go again. Oh, it's so cute! I made the right decision. I made the right decision. Yuri is cool, but I think Sayori tops it for me. I think I love her the most. I want to be with you forever. Me too. Oh. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a bit. What is it? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I've always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Oh, it's okay. They're not gonna go away at all, Cherry. It's okay. See? It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Cute. We made the right decision. I like her the most. It's like her, and then Yuri and Madoka are like tied. Sorry, Natsuki. I know you're in chat, but I kind of, you know, sorry. I know you're in chat. You know, just I love you. It's fine. It's fine. Sierra and I slowly released each other. So, I guess that the festival tomorrow, our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as they always have been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me, and I understand. We'll go with whatever. Yeah. See, you're an asshole literally every other time, but your words are really good right now. I applaud you in game, Cherry. Cherry is a dude, apparently. Sierra gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? I don't really understand what Sierra means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. That's okay. You don't have to know what you're feeling. I feel like a bunch of thorns when you told me that you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. As I promise. I say that, but in reality, I never felt more certain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me. But I'm having such trouble understanding why Sayori feels as she does. It doesn't have to be a reason. She just doesn't feel, you know, she's just sad. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should do something more. There's something different. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I got. Sayori is the most important thing to me. And I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Aww. We love that. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this one to be the one where I'll be waiting. I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the events should be nearly complete. Yeah, let her sleep in, man. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way about Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I could spend more time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will go great too. Yeah. Jerry! You're the first one here! Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here too by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each desk for the classroom. Where'd the music go? The music's gone, right? There must be one she's prepared. Well, they must be the one she's prepared with all the poems. Hey, oh listen. Shit! Forming. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think you'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember that Sayori told me yesterday, and suddenly I feel awkward knowing it's not nearly as simple as to her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone. No, I think she needs to sleep in. She's having a hard time. Just a few more hours can't hurt. You should take a little responsibility for her. I mean, especially after you exchanged with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. Just as the club president, after all. Fucking damn. Sayori's excited. I stammer embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about what happened that quickly? That we're a couple now? I really didn't plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. Did you know the full story at all? Don't worry. I'll probably know a lot more than you think. Damn. Sayori just popped off. That's okay, girl. You're excited. Monica's being as friendly as usual, but something I felt chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want me to check out the pamphlets? Where's the music? Am I crazy? Thank you for 8 viewers. Hey, it came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Yeah. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poems is neatly printed on its own page, giving it its almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems with from the ones they performed in practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. You know what? Maybe we should go check on her. I don't think she's okay! I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. Dude, just leave her alone. She's having a hard time. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Yeah, it's fine. We need to check on her anyway. That was very concerning. What's really that really is something about a boyfriend would do. Yeah. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of breach of privacy? No. If I can wake her up. But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door.